honor to be able to come and speak to you about a little bit of what I do at high school in my junior and senior year at Brookfield East, and what other high schoolers are doing around the world to change lives for students in northern Uganda. When I was a sophomore, freshman, and just throughout my life, I was a pretty shy little girl. I got good grades, but wasn't the top of my class. I wasn't involved in many sports. I was maybe in one club and spent a lot of my time at church. But in the middle of my sophomore year, I realized that my love for Africa needed to take on something more. I needed to get involved and not wait to go to Africa, but to do something now. And I found out about Invisible Children, and that 3 college guys went over there into Africa to make a film about the war in Sudan. But while they were there, they found out about an invisible war in Uganda that no one had known about. And by now it's been going on for 23 years. Children are being abducted every day, and the children lucky enough to stay at their homes can't get an education because the war has ruined all of their infrastructure. So the program Invisible Children started with Schools for Schools, where they got high schools in the United States to raise money for high schools in northern Uganda. The beginning of my junior year, I started a club, and we began to raise money. Our first fundraiser, we asked people to give up their desk for a day. Kids did not understand why they'd want to sit on the floor. We asked for $2, and if they paid the $2, they'd get a bracelet, and that would signify that they could sit on the floor. I set out to make 1,000 bracelets so that everyone in the school could participate, and my mom talked me down into making only 300 bracelets. I only sold about 15 bracelets. That was the first fundraiser, but since then, until I applied for the scholarship in about November or October, I raised $16,000 in a little over a year, and through December 17th, 2008, we raised $24,000 for our partner school in Uganda. Through the Give Up Your Desk Day that I raised about $30 from, I learned that you needed to be informed. I started to talk to students and teachers, principals, anyone that would listen to me. I showed documentaries from Invisible Children and talked to history classes about anything going on in the world that might pique students' interest in helping. Then I tried to get people inspired. I told them about what people around the nation are doing to help, and told them how I thought we could help. So we started doing fundraisers, bake sales, t-shirt sales, penny drives, anything that we could do. And that got some people inspired, but we needed most of all people to be involved. Only a few people really have the guts to stay involved for the year long, 2 years long, and however long it takes to end this war. But never doubt that a group of small individuals can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has. Margaret Mead. The involved part is the hardest part. But this year, we are not asking for money anymore. We're asking for people's voices. Invisible Children has planned an event to bring home the child soldiers in Uganda. We're meeting on April 25th in 100 cities around the world, hoping to get 150,000 people on one night to go into their cities and raise awareness about the problem in Uganda and hopefully bring all the child soldiers home. We're more than just raising money and advocacy. We just want to bring these children home, and it's all about love. We raised $24,000 in about 2 years, and the program as a whole, just high school and college kids, raised $4 million in just over 2 years for these partner schools in northern Uganda. When our partner school, Waukesha, was being opened with the first science buildings that we had built, the U.S. ambassador to Uganda was there, and he said that the students' involvement in America had restored his faith in humanity. This was a pretty great honor, but community service isn't about being recognized by world leaders or by rebuilding schools in Uganda, but community service is a lifestyle of love. It means that you send a letter or a flower to your sick friends. It means you ask your coworker how they're doing, how their kids are. It means that wherever you are, you put your love for other people first. It's a lifestyle. Money will die out, but love never fails. Thank you for listening to me tonight.